Good morning, everyone. My name is Jaime Perez, Public Information Specialist for the City of Laredo, and I have the honor of serving as your Master of Ceremony today. We're proud to welcome you to this exciting celebration marking the official unveiling of our new skate park at Father McNaboe Park, and also to share that we have our first little library in District 7 as well. These projects represents the continued commitment to youth, recreation, and community development. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize some of the individuals that have joined us today, starting with District 7 and Mayor Pro Tempore, the Honorable Vanessa Perez. Board member for District 7, UISD, Ms. Daniela Martinez. And Parks and Recreation Director, Coach JJ Gomez. At this time, I would like to invite Fire Department Captain and Chaplain, Mr. Ruben May, for invocation.
The wind, right? The wind gets you.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning. My name is Ruben Bay. I'm a captain and chaplain for our fire department. First of all, it's an awesome morning. Right? Back in the day, I tried skateboarding, and after falling and falling and falling, I finally did it. It wasn't as nice as this, and I realized it wasn't for me. But that's not the point. Point is that as adults, we tend to grow up. And remember when you were a kid, or if you have kids, we want to try so many different things. Maybe be a magician, a karate, cook, whatever, right? But as adults, life tends to be a little routine. Sometimes we may consider it boring. And these these parks, this awesome park, especially because I'm from my road, so this is my park. Thank you. They're an invitation. They're an invitation, and they're a reminder for us to try something new. That God gave us these special gifts and these desires. That life's not supposed to be routine or boring or anything like that. And on the contrary, you should go out and learn and try something new, no matter your age. So again, thank you for everybody that invests their time, money, effort, the maintenance on these parks, because this invitation for the kids, and if somebody's a real daredevil, some adults, they can try skateboarding, they can try soccer, they can try so many different things. So again, thank you so much for this opportunity, and again, since I'm from here, I'm truly, truly blessed for all the hard work that you've been doing, Vanessa. Thank you. And if you guys can join me in prayer, you can close your eyes or not close your eyes. God's still going to hear you. Father, thank you so much for this awesome morning. Thank you that we're here today. We ask that you give us the courage and the opportunities for us to try something new, because we know that life is not boring. We know that life is not routine, that you give us desires and wishes, and give us that courage, Father. Give us that courage to, if we want to try skateboarding or cooking or go back to being a magician, whatever we need to do. Father, thank you so much. We also ask you that you protect all these kids that are going to use the skate park. We know it's a dangerous sport, but you're with them in everything that they do and everywhere that we go. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Hold it down. Got it.
Thank you. Yeah, take a seat. Thank you again, Captain Baye. Before we move on, we would also like to recognize the Assistant City Manager, Mr. Ramon Chavez. Thank you for joining us today. Moving along, I'd like to invite Mr. Juan J.J. Gomez, our Parks and Recreation Director, to share the importance of this new addition to our park systems.
Thank you, Jaime. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is the occasions like this morning is where you get to see the fruit of our labor. Sometimes we just get caught up on all the work that we do, and it just kind of becomes routine. And when you start seeing little boys and little girls coming out to the park and enjoying, I was driving around. I saw some other kids and Councilwoman Mayor Pro Tem Perez's dome that we just built a year ago or so, and working with the school districts and I see my good friend, I forgot his name. He's still a good friend. I forgot his name. David. the principal at Washington Middle that we see the kids from the Washington Middle come and use that facility so much. Pobrecitos, they were using it with the sun 100 and some degrees, and Council Mayor Pro Tem Perez, hey, let's do it, and we got to do something for our kids here, and no es porque está aquí, but she has really put a lot of emphasis in this park, and it's moving in the right direction. Right behind me, there used to be a skate park here before my time. I heard it's somewhere in Zapata, Rio Grande City after a flood. It's somebody's over there skating somewhere, but there was a bad flood that came and washed it out, and pretty much it was just a slab. And Councilwoman, and we're gonna. I want the skate park. And here in front of me also is a good friend of mine, Mr. Ramon Chavez, that we work together to make sure that we give the community this amenities that we want throughout the city. We have 122 parks throughout the city. I don't know if you know that or not, and we always want to looking to improve from south, east, north, and west. This is the we call it West. Thank you. I know we have North Central Park, but we call this West Central Park, right? Because this is and it's gonna get better. It's gonna grow. Next, right behind me, right behind you all is our next project. We want to upgrade the splash pad because this is now as population is growing over here. If you come in the afternoons here, this is a lot of people that starts hanging on in this area. So it's time, and hopefully with our department, and working with all school districts, and we can work together. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the little boys and girls here and our constituents to have them so they can. Back when we were growing up, it was just one or two parks and that's it, right? And somebody's backyard if you're somebody. So now, we wish we had these parks, and that's why we don't want to say, well, there's nothing to do here in Laredo, or San Antonio's got these parks, and well, now Laredo's got some nice parks. So that's what our goal is. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, please help me welcome an important person who has been the driving force behind this project. Mayor Pro Tempore and District 7 Council Member Ms. Vanessa Perez to speak on this great occasion.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I'm really excited that we were able to bring this, and I want to highlight a couple of things about the reason why we do these things. It's about children and it's about family. It really is. That's what our parks are for. We want people to come outside. We want people to enjoy the outdoors. I am a big advocate of District 7. People, when as a resident and somebody who lives on the Mines Road in the industrial section, I can tell you that congestion is a big problem and has been for many years. But once you're home, like there is that element of District 7. It's like a give and take, right? You get through the congestion and then you have beautiful sunsets, you have beautiful views of the river. I mean, this is one of only 3 districts in the city that actually have parks on the river. So a lot of people don't like to come to Mines Road, but once they come out here for events, they're like, wow, I didn't know this park was here. I didn't realize how nice it was. And especially in the evenings when the sun's setting over there, like it's breathtaking, and I love it, and it's worth investing in. As you know, we are working with taxpayer funds, of course, and so we kind of have to fight for how we're going to allocate our resources. If it was up to me and I had unlimited funding, this would be, everything would be super elaborate, and oh my goodness, we look like, but we do the best with what we can, and we start small and we add on and we improve as we go, and the idea is to bring people out. So here we have a library, it's stocked with books. You can sit down on the bench, you can read while somebody else is skating. If that's not for you, you can use the splash pad. If that's not for you, we've got soccer fields, we've got baseball fields, we've got a basketball court now with shade, which was a huge investment. We've got the new playground there. So there's so many things to do here at the park. So the idea is, let's get the people out here to the park and get active, get moving. And I'm sure Jaime would agree, with being with the health department, how important it is for us to be active and move. So very excited. We also have a plaque unveiling, which is also part of the the efforts to promote the outdoors and to get people moving. We have the Arturo Jimenez paddling trail that we're gonna go talk about and honor his legacy in a few minutes. But it's all combined with the same theme and idea that, you know, it's we want people to enjoy their spaces. This is a public park. This is something that the public has paid for. It belongs to everybody. It belongs to you. It belongs to your children. It belongs to your future children, grandchildren. So, no, let's take care of it. Let's enjoy it, and let's continue growing and building. I personally, as a representative, elected official, thank everybody for whether you supported me or not. Um, I'm here, and I thank you for the support that you give me in trying to bring do the work that I need to do. Right, I listen to the community, I hear your concerns, and I push for those things I've heard, and everything that I'm bringing is a response to a request or somebody asking for it. It's not something that I just wanted to do. Right, and you can see that the skate park is getting a lot of use because it's been open for about a couple weeks now, and it's all used up, which is great. We didn't want to wait until we had an official ceremony to open it, but we do want to honor the fact that the community invested approximately $107,000 into the structures, the installation, and making sure that it passed all the safety inspections. So it is an investment, but it's going to be money well spent. We also have workout equipment here under the shade, so you know, if you want to bring your kids and you want to work out and get some resistance training in, you know, as we're getting older, the doctor told me I need to put more resistance training. So, you know, I'm glad we have some options for that. But at the end of the day, I just really am honored that I get the opportunity to do this kind of stuff as my job, right? I get to help figure out how are we going to bring things, what can we do, how can we afford it, how can we pay for it, and what can we get for the money that we have. And so it's problem solving, but at the end of the day, the results are is what is like Coach said. This is what we work for, right? We work for the results and the celebration and the actually seeing people using the facilities. I see kids splashing over there, and it's just that's what it's all about. So I want to thank you all for being here, and thank you to the city of Laredo. Of course, I can't do any of the stuff that I do without the city. It's a partnership, elected officials, city, Ramon, JJ, all the staff, and of course the council for supporting the funds, all the departments for always contributing to make these things make these things a reality. So thank you all for being here, and hope you enjoy the skate park as much as we enjoyed making it.
Thank you, Councilmember. Now we move on. We ask everybody to join us in the picture and ribbon cutting. So if you guys want to join Councilmember and Mayor Pro Tem for the ribbon cutting.
Ready? On the count of three, we're gonna close it, okay? 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
So today we're gonna officially unveil it, and I would like to invite Councilmember for District 7 and Mayor Pro Tem to share a few words as well and invite the family.
Thank you. So just to, you know, expand on the idea of family, right? And remembering it's an opportunity for us to remember the people that loved this park and brought so much to joy to people. I know the students at George Washington Middle benefited from Mr. Jimenez's teachings, mentorship, his love of the outdoors, and his love of the river, and you know, kayaking and being on the river. I feel like Laredo, we, you know, the river gets a bad rap. You know, it's a beautiful, actually, amenity for our community. I mean, most communities don't have access to a river. We do. We have one right here, and that's one of the reasons why I love this park so much. And Mr. Jimenez, we have a paddling trail in his honor, and we encourage people who enjoy paddling and using the river and enjoying the outdoors to give it a try and enter the river from here and take a minute to remember him. So today we're going to hear about his legacy and his memories from his family and people who knew and loved him very well. I didn't have the pleasure of meeting him, unfortunately, but I am honored that his memory lives on. here in the district and here in something that I can be a part of, because I wasn't a teacher myself, so I know how hard it is. But it takes a lot to be somebody that your students actually love and remember. And for him, being able to inspire that in others is a beautiful thing. And that alone is something that I think his legacy will live on forever because of that. Thank you.
So for the next remarks, I would like to invite Ms. Dianelli Martinez, UISD board member for District 7.
The best board member.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. So what an honor to be here today as your district UISD board member for District 7. But not only that, but as a former student of Washington Middle School and Mr. Jimenez. He was actually my science teacher. And so it's so beautiful to honor him out in the nature. He loved the nature. As I was sharing with his brother, everybody wanted to be in his class. It was everybody wanted to be with Mr. Jimenez. And driving over here, a memory came to mind where our Six Flags Fiesta trips, our field trips, everybody wanted to be in the group where Mr. Jimenez was going to chaperone. So as I'm standing here, I'm getting flashbacks, and it's just so beautiful to have this, right? And to honor him in such a way. He was such an inspiration, and really made a really huge impact in the lives of many students. He made an impact on mine. I actually started my college years as a biology major, and his love for science and for nature overall just really transmit it to all of us at Washington Middle. And so being here today and seeing how much the park has evolved, again, I remember being up in the fields and seeing the river, as a 11, 12-year-old was, oh my God, we're right by the river. And so Mr. Jimenez would actually also, teach us, and yes, and the trees and this and that. And so very, very beautiful, very honored to be here today, like I said, as a former student and now as a UISD board member. Something that he was very adamant about: following your dreams. Doesn't matter how small or how big they are, you follow your dreams. And so what an honor. I do want to congratulate the family, right, because this is a legacy that Mr. Jimenez has left. And just the fact that there is a skate park and now a trail being named after him just really gives you, right, and resonates the impact that he's made in our community and in the lives of many young children and teenagers and adults to come. So thank you for being here today. And again, what an honor, right? And I'm sure he's looking down at us and saying, yes, that's what I wanted. So yes, thank you again. And I hope everybody enjoys this and that this is not the first or the last time that we come here today.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez, for the great words. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jimenez's brother, Mr. Rolando Jimenez, to share a few words, please.
All right. Thank you all very much. It's a pleasure being here. I got some notes. Apologize. I'm not as good as some of you, representatives with the words, but first I really, want to give thanks to the city of Laredo and everybody involved in this, and not only what we're doing here right now at this moment, but the skate park. Because as a teenager, I was a skater myself, and we skated places we shouldn't be skating, schools and downtown Laredo, and the ditches, and the cops would come chase us. And honestly, all we were trying to do was just have fun. And honestly, at the end of the day, we were staying out of trouble. We were active in the summer when everybody else is sitting around playing video games. We were out, even in the 80s, the little Pong video type games. We were out skateboarding, having a good time, and that's all it was about. So I'm glad to see that you guys established this here. It's a great place for children to not only come together and be social, but to be active and, like I said, to stay out of trouble. So congratulations on that. Thank you. Also, I want to give a big thank you to Jose. you've been a big part of what's going on here today, both today and then prior in the initial unveiling. So thank you very much for all you've done. I see you. I see you. You're going to do big things. Thank you so much. Um, so I want to, just kind of cover two quick little things. The first one is I want to apologize to the students for not recognizing the impact that art had on you. I knew he was an awesome dude. He was my brother. He was like a second father to me, and he taught me a lot about science at the ranchito, at the parks, at the lake. We'd go out there with my dad, and he'd take me on some random trail, and I'd be scared, and he'd be showing me weird things in the trails. But I learned a lot from him in terms of science and nature and our Earth. And you know, I remember even as an adult, I'd go out with my friends and come home at 1 a.m. I was across the river doing my thing, and he'd be in the backyard with binoculars, checking out the. He's like, "Come on, man, sit with me," and we'd sit there for hours, and he'd talk about astronomy, the constellations, and again, our planet and the universe. It was amazing. I learned so much from him. So yes, I recognize how much of an educator he was, but I didn't realize the impact he was making. He was more than a teacher. It was a lifestyle for him, and the reason I apologize because I didn't even recognize that after he passed away, when students came up to me and told me the impact that he made on them. Kids who were going on the wrong path. I still hear it today. And kids who just needed that extra encouragement. It was incredible to hear these things, and it really, really resonated well with who he was. And now that I recognize it, there is something I want to read to you. And Jose, I apologize, and I'm going to read this because I didn't ask for your permission, so you can get mad at me after this. But I got a message from him.
Let it go. Let's hear it.
Well, let's see if I can find it now. I'm a little nervous here. Okay, this really summed it all up nicely. It's nothing bad. He's like all nervous about it. I hope this serves as a reminder of the impact your brother had, and he's referring to this event today. I hope this serves as a reminder of the impact your brother had in the life of his students, coworkers, and friends. I could personally tell you that thanks to him, I had someone who believed in me and pushed me to be better. His support, encouragement, with a dash of humor, made his students feel like we were capable of achieving all our dreams. I personally always tell everyone he's an educator I carry in my heart and hope to follow his passion and love for teaching one day. So thank you for sending me that. I appreciate the reminder. And one other thing I want to mention is, it's the impact he's making is not just with his students today. Well, I guess, now they're grown adults doing what they're doing, but the impact he's having on people goes way beyond that, because a little shameless self-promotion, art inspired me to start a nonprofit called Come and Hike It. And Come and Hike It, our mission is to take people who are grieving the loss of loved ones on hiking adventures and providing them resources and support. And it was because of art that came about. Come and Hike It would not exist if it wasn't for art. And he doesn't know it, or I guess he does. He's helping not just, we've already helped dozens of people. We're slated to help hundreds by the end of this year. Over the next few years, depending on the growth of our organization, we're going to help thousands of people deal with their grief through nature, the one thing he loves so much. And what art did, one quick little thing here, a little story that taught me a lot about nature was, way back, I invited him to go to Big Bend National Park with me, West Texas mountains. For those of you who don't know, we do have some really big mountains here in Texas. And he went out there with us, my wife and I, and we were climbing up this trail. It's called the Lost Mine Trail. And as we were going up this trail, my wife's like, "Where's your brother?" And I'm like, "I don't know. There's bears and mountain lions out there." So I was concerned. So I'd check on him, and I'd kind of look, and he'd be on the ground picking up rocks, looking at bugs. And that's what he did. It wasn't about the journey. It wasn't about the destination, rather. It was about the journey. And that's what art was about, is truly immersing himself, being mindful of himself, recognizing how beautiful Mother Nature is in our planet. That's what he did. He recognized that and taught that to his kids, and we utilize that as part of our mission with Come and Hike It. So as you guys the children, and I know there's especially these little kids here, as they get older and you come out here, just recognize how beautiful Mother Nature is. Art loved it so much. Art loved this planet. He loved Earth. Take a moment to appreciate it. um, he loved Earth so much, just so like his students, his friends, and his family, and the passion for teaching. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jimenez's sister to share a few words, Miss Belinda Jimenez.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so I just brought I didn't print, but I've got this. So I wanted to say, my name is Belinda Jimenez. Um, I live in Austin, Texas, along with my brother. And we want to thank you for inviting us to speak at this unveiling of the new paddle trail honoring my late brother Arturo. But first, I want to sincerely thank Jose Arias Sola for pushing through the dedication a few years ago, and then for pushing through to also improve the original. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. The Jimenez family is very grateful. Thank you. I also want to thank Mayor Pro Tempore and City Councilwoman Vanessa Perez. Thank you so much. I was thanking her earlier for supporting the funds. All your comments that you set up there, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. Well, as my brother stated, my brother instilled this love of nature and the outdoors in all of us, not just his students, but also to us. As a teacher and former Laredoan, it makes me proud to see new outdoor and recreational facilities for our youth. So I thank you to the entire city council and also to our city employees and officials for doing this, because I also grew up, thinking like, oh, there's nothing, and why do other cities have parks and we don't? And so it fills my heart with joy to hear how there's more and more parks in the city. Um, my hope, just one last comment, my hope is that this this paddle trail plaque, as people walk through here, that it motivates children, teenagers, and adults to paddle our Rio Grande River. It is coming from Austin and someone who paddles in Austin and where everybody's active in Austin, this is huge. As Ms. Bettis said, I'm sorry, it was Ms. Martinez who mentioned, like, being by this river is a huge advantage that I don't think people recognize in the city enough. I mean, if this was Austin, oh, it would have already been like blown up and, had all kinds of facilities and things like that. And so I'm glad to hear that we're going to keep pushing to make this park even better, because it is beautiful and this part of the city deserves it, just like all the other neighborhoods. One last thing. So my brother, in addition to motivating everybody to use the paddle trail, I also wanted to mention that my brother was a true advocate for the Keep Laredo Beautiful and Laredo Proud movement. I hope that continues. I mean, he was just all about that. Anything he could do, he would do that. He saw beauty everywhere in Laredo and shared that love with everyone that crossed his path. He taught me to appreciate the nopales and the mesquite trees. Before I was like, ooh, it's so dry. Now I come back and I appreciate it because I'm more knowledgeable because of him. He was always volunteering. He truly deserves this honor because he was always volunteering and working in the outdoors, sharing his knowledge about the unique animals and plants native to South Texas. And I think, we heard Ms. Martinez also mention that people who don't appreciate it find that appreciation, because it took me a couple of years to do that. And so his love of nature inspired many, including myself and my brother Rolando and the rest of our family. And I truly hope that this plaque serves as a reminder of the spirit of volunteering and advocating for nature, for being in the outdoors, for bringing our families and our communities together. And I truly hope that this inspires all his former students and all those that enjoy this park and this paddle trail. And thank you for especially choosing this day for the unveiling, because today is a very special day. It is my brother Arturo Jimenez's birthday today. So this is a very, very special honor for all of us. We thank you very much. I know he's enjoying his heavenly birthday alongside my two brothers who've also passed, Javier and Michael, and my parents who also recently passed away. So this is especially special for my brother and I who are still here. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those words and sharing great stories. Moving forward, before the unveiling, I would like to invite Mr. Jose Pepe Arizola to share a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I want to start off real quick by saying, Mr. Guzman, feels great to wear Washington colors again. Go Bobcats. Um, it's an honor to be standing here with all of you today as we rededicate this paddling show in honor of someone who meant so much to so many, Mr. Arturo Jimenez. For many years, Mr. Jimenez was a pillar of education at George Washington Middle School. He wasn't just a teacher in the classroom. He was the kind of educator who left a lasting impression on your heart. He had a gift, not just for teaching science or environmental studies or whatever the day's lesson was, but for making you feel seen, valued, and inspired to do more, be more, and to care more. Many of us knew him as multiple time award recipient, but to us, his former students, he was much more than an award-winning teacher. He was a role model and someone to look up to, someone who inspired, a gentle soul who led with kindness, a curious man who marveled at the stars, the rivers, the birds, and the trees, and someone who made us do the same. Whether it was in his classroom at GWMS or at the Lamar Bruni Vergara Environmental Science Center, where he spent many summers teaching kids the importance of nature, Mr. Jimenez lived with purpose. He believed in the magic of the world around us, he believed in protecting it, and most of all, he believed in passing that wonder down to others. That's why today means so much, because this place, this paddling show, represents everything he stood for. It represents exploration, curiosity, peace, learning, nature, and community. It's the perfect way to honor a man who spent his life helping others appreciate the world, not just through a textbook, but through experience, through walking, kayaking, hiking, bird watching, and stargazing. He didn't just teach us to look, he taught us how to truly see. I like to think that right now up in heaven, Mr. Jimenez is smiling. Maybe he's floating down a calm stretch of a river, or maybe he's hearing the laughter of students discovering something for the first time. He's definitely watching us today and feeling the love we all still carry for him and we will forever carry for him. This rededicated trail isn't just a name on a sign, it's a living reminder of his passion, of his kindness, and of his legacy. Personally, I want to say thank you for always believing in me and for always supporting my goals and my dreams. It is thanks to your love and kindness in the classroom that I follow in your footsteps in our school system. You taught me that being a role model in education goes far beyond curriculum and instruction. It's about nurturing the soul of a child, to truly be able to sit down and listen without judgment, and to remind our students that nothing is ever as serious as it may seem. To sit down, to breathe, and to enjoy the moment as it passes by. Mr. Jimenez, thank you for teaching us to care, to wonder, and to never stop exploring. May every person who walks or paddles through this trail feel even a fraction of the love and wisdom you gave us all. We love you, Mr. Jimenez, and happy birthday up in heaven. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we'll move forward with the unveiling. So if everybody would like to join us so we can unveil the plaque.
On the count of three, okay? Pull it back. On the count of three. One, two, three. Pull it back.
Oh my God, beautiful. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much.
They've gotten better at making plaques.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, this is perfect. So perfect. Thank you so much.